System 1.
So here at System 1 Research Laboratories, we've been trying to blur the lines between biotechnology and clinical psychology. And it's really interesting, we're getting some great results at the moment. We've been working on basic precepts of Pavlovian reinforcement, which is classical conditioning, and seeing the effects that stimuli other than unconditional stimuli will have on us. That is to say, when I'm talking about unconditional stimuli, I'm saying stimuli that are introduced in pairs, compound conditioning. What we're getting from this compound conditioning is the impact of biotechnology, electrodes, feelings through our bodies, and the connections that we're forging with our minds. And we're using this through training in our research laboratories. We're working really hard on it, and we're seeing some fantastic results at the moment. For example, sensory preconditioning is the result of two external stimuli, neither of which provoke a distinct overt reaction, when paired temporally, producing a connection between the two of them. And so what we do is we introduce a stimulus with another stimulus concomitantly. So for example, we take a light and we take a sound, and we play the sound first and then switch on the light. We condition this over a long time in our training facilities. You know, we have people going through this days, months, years at a time even. And what we do is, there are many studies that have shown if you continue with this sound-light combination for a long enough time, then you eventually start to see the light after the sound, even though the light isn't there. Your brain has concluded that these two things are an indivisible pair, and without one of them, you won't have the other. So your brain reproduces the light even in its absence. So we've taken this plan, we've taken this idea of this sensory preconditioning, you could say, and we've incorporated it into a bracelet. So the way that the bracelet really works is you place it on your wrist, and within the bracelet is arrayed a 9x9 electrical matrix of electrodes. And these electrodes, over time, give into your body shocks, and as the shocks are given into your body, you are shown on a screen different lights that associate with different diodes. So you have 9x9, and say that we have number 11 up here. 11 is associated with a bright white light up in the top corner of the screen. The longer that you're conditioned for this, the longer that the sensory preconditioning goes on, the more likely it is that when you hit that 1x1 electrode, even in the absence of the screen, you'll see the light. And the same works for all of the different electrodes. And thus, if this works, we need to work out what the limit of the human brain is in finding how many of these electrodes we can interpret all at one time. And at the moment, what we've realized is that it is limitless. It's absolutely limitless. We can produce this entire world. We can see things, we can project images onto our mind through sensory preconditioning via this electrical bracelet. You know, and the more complex and the more parabolic that this bracelet becomes, the more precepts are smashed, the more limitless this virtual hallucinogenic world becomes. You can literally make a new operating platform for computers on it. If you can hook your bracelet to a processor and see yourself in the screen. You can even use a handheld object, a ball, to navigate your way around this world, and you'll see it all around you. Files up here, friends over here, messages over here. All without the use of a screen, all within your own brain. And this isn't using our brains to control computers. In fact, this is almost the opposite. This is using electronics to stimulate our brains. The electronics are really controlling the reproductions that we're making on our vision. The hallucinations we see are only a product of this bracelet. And the bracelet is really the basis of this sensory preconditioning. This sensory preconditioning is the way forward.
System 1.